Welcome, Dr. James Beckett, Sports Card Insights, another card wall video from Heine Manush, or Henry Manush, sometimes known that way, and Rube Marquard. So from M-A-N to M-A-R. Thank you. Here's Heine Manush. I'm calling that pinkish purple batter up low number, the different colors. I used to collect when I got all the Topps and Bowman and Gaudies and play balls and all that. I started trying to collect these obscure sets. When I completed those, I was a very aggressive collector. And I thought, I'll try to get some of the color variations. And I finally gave up on that when I started doing price guides, or before actually, because it was just really difficult. Johnny Manziel, I'll never forget some of the highs, figuratively and literally, of Johnny Manziel. An autographed patch card. Leaf makes some nice cards. He's an Aggie. He's somebody that is a tale of beware. He got so successful and got so big that somehow I think he wasn't ready for it. Thanks, sponsors. Diego Maradona, one of the greats of soccer from '84. So this isn't his best card or anything, but I just wanted to put some soccer on there, but he may get bumped. This is an interesting card. I wouldn't pick Rabbit Moranville based on, he is a Hall of Famer. This is a W503. It's not in great shape, but generally these W cards you don't see. This is an example of a card I would have picked up at the National in the 80s or 90s, or any time I would see something like that to get a type card of this set. I wanted to get a decent player that would be recognizable. Pete Maravich. This is a hang tag from a consumer product of something Vitalis. It's the only one I ever saw. I got it slabbed. It's rare, but probably not super valuable because it's a card-like element. Juan Marichal, I really enjoyed watching him pitch with his great leg kick. This is a 62 post. Juan Marichal is good enough, and I want to get a poster Jello card on there, but I don't think he's going to make it because it's just not that valuable of a card or that tough. Dan Marino, too much emphasis on rings. He doesn't have a ring, so what? He was a fabulous quarterback. If you put a great quarterback with a team that's not so good, sometimes they can't even make the playoffs. So I will probably keep this one. It's a hand numbered down at the bottom, 3 out of 4. And on this upper deck, P, which says promo, but that's still a good card like that. Marty Marion, I'm not saying this is a bad card because there are no bad cards. It's just I don't know what I was thinking. It's a nice looking autograph of a good player who's not in the Hall of Fame, and so he's not going to make it. And he may even get released, put up for sale. Sean Marion, loved watching his defense. I shuddered when he would shoot. He had a series of non-conventional shooting techniques with flips and a kind of a hot potato shot, but he sure was fun, and he sure was a contributor to the Mavs championship. Roger Maris, this is a tough card, the 7-11 from 61. Anything 61 Maris ought to be golden. Even here, where the 7-11s were headquartered, you just don't find these very often. It's a very tough card. This is a beautiful card. This is the card I have had on the wall. It's a bold signature. Roger Maris had a great signature. I bought a collection of 10,000 autograph cards in either 77 or 78 from Don Lepore. He said he had a whole bunch of them, and he said you got to take all 10,000 of them for $1,000. You in or out. Sight unseen, he shipped them off to me. I sent him a check for $1,000. There were a bunch of Brooks Robinsons in there, not so great, but this card was in there. And a lot of SSPC signed cards. So it was somebody's autograph collection that had given up. He picked the best cards and pulled out, but the Maris was still a great card. Boban, get action in the commercials, was just such a crowd pleaser. So I may keep him just because it's an obscure pre-rookie card from him, an Eastern European set, and he just makes everybody happy when they see him. Gentle Giant. Rube Marquard, great pitcher. This is probably the one I'll have, the W575-2. They were the kind of the autographs on the shoulder. If I don't use that one, I can use this Bruners. Again, these are cards I would have picked up. I don't probably have another card from these sets, but this is the card I had, who was a Hall of Famer. Rube Marquard, again, a lefty. He was a really good pitcher, but probably not a first-rank Hall of Famer. Then we get to the gold border, which I strongly prefer over the white border, the T206s. If Jefferson Burdick hadn't come along, we would just know them as white borders and gold borders and not T205 and T206. But the sixes, a lot of times, are more expensive than T205s, and I don't think it should be that way based on rarity. but that's just an opinion. When you look at the comps and the prices realized, it's still, that's what they think. So thanks, everybody. Back again with another episode real soon.